Luke 15. We read about the story of the lost sheep. You read about the story of the lost coin. And then you have the story of the prodigal son. And one of the things that I realized is that with the story of the lost sheep, Christ was always ready to leave the crowd. Even though he had the 99, he was still seeking for the one. Amen. That was lost. That coin that we look at, a woman would search a house and look all over for it, and the coin is within the house, but the coin doesn't know that it's lost, but it's lost. If you look at that in context of the church, there are some of us who know that there are people that are out there that are lost, and we try to go out there to seek them through salvation series and going on door to door. But then there are those that are like the coin that are in the house, don't even realize that they're lost, but they're lost. And so for this day to happen, it is a true blessing. Amen. And for me to be able to be a part of this, I am honored to be God's servant. Because even when you think about the story of the prodigal son, there was one that was so ungrateful that he basically cursed his father out and said, "Give me all that I want now." And he took off. Never wanted to deal with the spiritual things that his father was teaching at home. But here, there was another son that when the prodigal son finally came back home, the son that had been at home and had all the riches and had all the glory and had everything at his footstool, he got upset when he saw that his father was willing to throw this big banquet for him. He was vexed that while he had been at home or in the church, and he had all the blessings that he could receive from his father, he was so selfish on the inside that he was looking and saying, "Look, how is it that you as a father can love somebody so much that is out in the world? Why can't you recognize me who's still here?" And many of us in the church, we look at all those that are on the outside, and we wear our great suits, and we look at ourselves, and we have our chest up and our head up, figuring like, hey, I should be the one that looked at. Christ should be the one giving me all the blessings because I'm spending my time here. Yet I see this one on the outside coming on the inside, and right away, automatically, the Lord is just blessing this person. And how did they get this position in the church? And how did they manage to maneuver here? Church, the bottom line that we need to realize, you can be a prodigal son outside and gone on about your business. You can be a prodigal son and be right at home and not even recognize the fact that you're lost right within the house of God. But the bottom line is, just recognize who your Father is. Amen. Recognize the voice that calls you on a day-to-day basis, that is searching and seeking and waiting for you to come back home. Right now, before we get into the baptism, there's somebody else who's very special and dear to me. She was one who used to get on my case during choir rehearsal because she was my choir director for many years. I assisted her, and I wasn't always the greatest assistant because, I find myself everywhere and she'd mount up and do everything. everything. She was like Superwoman to me. But she's my own cousin, my family, flesh and blood. Formerly known as Neville Lendor.
Amen.
Now